Can you share some of the new opportunities in the wholesale voice world?
Sure. I mean, as WaveCrest being a truly global, I guess, wholesale operator, the plan for us going forward is to really feed and grow our wholesale business naturally through the retail products that we have in our suite of products. So the hosted services really feeds our wholesale business, and we use those minutes that we generate, fresh organic retail minutes, to go out and negotiate with our suppliers. For example, I mean, India is a very key destination for our retail suppliers, so we have a huge demand for Indian termination. So we negotiate with the likes of Bharti and Tata and Reliance, and we do reciprocal deals on our retail traffic, which then obviously feed into our wholesale business. So that's really where WaveCrest sees its growth going forward, in terms of, standing alone as a wholesale operator is not a very, I guess, a future-proof business. Hence, we've tried to layer on top our fully hosted services. Tesco is a prime example of that kind of product, serving in the UK, being distributed across all their 3,500 stores in the UK. And then 2 or 3 years ago, we launched a smartphone app for Tesco. WaveCrest developed that Tesco app for them, and it now is a very successful international calling app in the UK at the moment. But again, there's no reason why that smartphone app can't be deployed in different territories across the globe. And we've certainly learned a lot of that from them in terms of how to distribute that type of product, how to build that product, and what it needs to have to appeal to the end users.
How are you utilizing the synergy with the new Call Telecom?
So obviously on the 8th of December last year, we were very pleased to announce that we were purchased by New Call Telecom. And with that comes a number of different synergies. Probably the biggest synergy, or one of the biggest synergies, is the operation here in India with Nimbus. So we've been in constant contact with Nimbus. I just mentioned we develop apps, and we used to give that to a third party. Not anymore. Obviously, that now goes to our sister company here in India. So the team of developers here that are based in India, in Delhi, will now be working on developing apps for my customers, my growing set of customers. So it's the Tesco's of this world, and the new app-based customers that I have. So Nimbus is very, very key for that. Nimbus itself generates some international calls through their app. And again, that used to be terminated with a few partners, but again, that will probably come through the sister company WaveCrest. And so there's a significant amount of opportunities that we can do, and just the learnings that we can get from Nimbus. And Nimbus is a very, very well-renowned social media app company. And so the learnings that WaveCrest can have and try and replicate that in different territories are significant.
Usually the OTT is a very negative word for a lot of global telecoms. At the one side, you are an OTT player now, and at the same time, you are supporting a lot of OTT ventures. So how do you manage that show?
Well, I mean, I see OTT as a kind of natural progression. You either need to get involved, or you're going to get left behind, I think. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to be the enabler. We're not the retail brand. WaveCrest is the people that sit behind and make it work. And so, in the lights of the Tesco relationship, we're the guys that are going to go out there and make it happen for them. And I think if you look at some of the MNOs of this world, they're all starting to realise that the OTT world is here and it's here to stay. And I think the quicker they get involved in the OTT world, the quicker they'll be able to eradicate maybe and stop some of the decline in their revenues. And we're in some fairly advanced discussions with a global MNO as we speak about that exact project, about trying to launch a global OTT for them to try and appeal to their customer base. So I think it's a natural progression, and you have to get involved in that side of the business. And hence, we've created a bit of a niche for ourselves, because we are a one-stop shop. We will develop the app for them. We'll do all the integrations. We'll do all the payment processing. And at the back of it, we can terminate all those international minutes at a very low cost as well.
Can you talk about some of the innovations going to happen at your space? Some of the focus areas in terms of research and development?
I think from our space, it's really about, it's not necessarily research and development in our space. I think the key thing for us is all about user interface, so the UI, and how you adapt products for different markets. And that is really where we're focusing our attention. We are very, very focused on making the app and making the apps so user-friendly that it comes so natural to the user. And recognising that one app doesn't fit all countries is very, very key for us. And so I think, we're focusing our attention very much on researching the customer, trying to understand their behaviours, trying to understand what they want from certain apps. Is it a straightforward calling app? Is it an SMS facility? Is it a chat facility? Is it a payment processing? Is it money remittance? All these things we're trying to understand from our customer base, what it is they need and what it is they use. And that's pretty much where we're focusing our attention.
OTT is a buzzword everywhere, but has the sector started generating revenue and earnings also?
Well, I can honestly say that they are. I mean, Tesco is my largest customer, so I think in terms of generating revenue, it's a paid-for service. So the Tesco app is an international calling service which you have to pay for. Yes, it has free peer-to-peer chat. Yes, it has messaging. They're all nice to have. It is a very functional paid-for service. I think the average ARPU on the Tesco app right now is around about £6.50. So yes, it's a paid-for service. And I think there are plenty of models where, yes, you're right, revenues are scarce, but I think we are very much focusing on the paid-for services.